How's it going, everybody? We have a ton of stuff to talk about today. There's super exciting things happening in the world of Tesla news, or news Tesla news today. Either way you look at it, there's a bunch of exciting things that are on the burner, on the horizon. Some of the things have been working out for a couple of years. If you kind of track the progress of the Cybertruck, some of the things that have been, really hot and heavy for the past year, if you're looking at that EV credit and kind of tracking the progress there, and then some of the changes coming in with the Tesla Model 3, Model Y. So we're going to get into everything today and talk about how you could potentially get a sub $30,000 Cybertruck. Who knows? So sit back, relax. You guys are watching The Tall Tesla Guy. So we're going to start right out with the $30,000 Cybertruck. I mean, $29,900 essentially, right? So the Cybertruck single motor, if you've been following the progress of it, they've been talking about it for, call it 3 years now, which is really probably 2 years. And even at that, really only a year since Elon promised it was actually going to be out, since he said end of 2020. So we're getting close to the end of 2021, and we're actually thinking that maybe the Cybertruck might actually hit the market come 2022. Now, outside of the actual schematics of the truck, whether or not you like the design, love it or hate it, either way, it's an exciting development in the world of EVs. It's the first potential EV with a plus 10,000 pound towing capacity, 3 motors, plus 500 miles of range, and it's something that's going to be Tesla through and through. The design is a little more radical than something I liked right from the beginning. My wife hates it. People either seem to love it or hate it, but no matter how you look at it, it's definitely radical, it's different, and it's Tesla, obviously. It's exciting, and then plus 500 miles of range with a 4680 battery in it, but the cost of it, it's going to be a tri-motor. It was actually going to start at $39,900 and then go up from there to potentially $69,900, I guess, if you get the tri-motor. So you could have a Tesla Cybertruck, 10,000 pound towing capacity, about 220 miles of range with a single motor, and it would be $39,900, right? So that's something that everybody knows. Now, one of the things that Tesla's doing is kind of taking the EV credit, which could potentially be $10,000, bringing the cost of the Cybertruck down to $29,900, and they're kind of working all the potential loopholes in it, all the any ins and outs on it to make it fit their range the best. And they're undoubtedly the EV leader in the world. Certainly in the United States, over 66% of the EVs even sold globally are Tesla. They've definitely outsold the capacity of the original EV credit, which was only 200,000 cars. They surpassed that in 2019 even. And then coming into this next one, there were kind of details in the EV credit saying you had to be all union, you had to be, and then there was also a cap on it, a purchasing cap. Originally they said $60,000 or more, $50,000 or more. Well, then they kind of put it around $40,000. And you could potentially get a Model Y short range, standard range edition for under the $39,000 if you kind of work the details a little bit better. So there were certain ways that you could get it. There were certain ways that you could get potentially 3 Teslas, right? Well, one of the things that Tesla's known for is their over-the-air updates. At one point, they did an over-the-air update and actually gave you more range in your Model Y. Our Model Y anyway, we got about 10 miles more, but it was neat nonetheless. There's certain things that you can get with the app. You can buy performance upgrades, you can buy full self-driving, all through this app. You don't even have to go into the showroom, you don't have to talk to anybody, anything like that, you can just purchase it. Well, what Tesla is doing as sort of a loophole to the EV credit, especially with the cap, the price cap that they're putting on there, is they could potentially offer you a $29,900 Cybertruck, Model 3 short standard range, Model Y standard range, who knows, even a Model S, and it would be well under the price that's required for this EV credit. And then you could get everything else in the car, say if we're adding a motor, with the over-the-air updates, performance upgrades. You could go from the standard range or the long range edition to the performance with just an over-the-air update. And I think what they're doing is actually adding that in, incorporating that into their software to be able to just do it. So they could essentially sell you a 200-mile range, standard edition vehicle, and then you can pay through over-the-air updates for everything else. So what essentially would do is get you a $29,900 car, well under the cap, well under the EV credit, still qualifies for everything, and then you could add everything and make it a $50,000 car, potentially. Full self-driving is $10,000 right now, so that's halfway there from 30 to 50. So it's not, it wouldn't surprise me if they did it. It wouldn't surprise me if they were able to get that in there and work it in there, kind of get that loophole in there. And since they are an American-made vehicle, at least the ones here, you know, they kind of qualify all the way around. So who knows? Who knows what will happen down the road? That's super exciting stuff, especially if you want to get a Cybertruck, if you were looking for the standard range Model 3, or maybe even a standard range Model Y. That EV credit is going to be exciting, up to $10,000 potentially. And then it sounds like through and through Tesla is going to qualify for it. So, you know, there's definitely changes on the horizon with the Model 3, maybe even some design changes, potentially. Really kind of match what they're doing design-wise for the Model Y. They're running into shortages with the Model 3, which is no surprise. Fastest, best-selling EV in the world, right? Before the Model Y overtook it last year. So it doesn't surprise me that they're having shortages there too. On assemblies, their products, the chip shortage is still affecting them. Everything across the board is still affecting them. So it's not a surprise that the Model 3 is in shortage as well. Now, currently, you can get a Model 3 a lot faster than you can get a Model Y, depending on the build that you pick. You can get a performance Model Y in a couple of months. Long-range Model Y, when I looked at the other day, 4 months, right? Model 3 was about 8 weeks, and now they're looking at even further, 12 weeks. So, you know, there's delays across the board there. It's not a complete surprise, but it's something that I wish you could get past. People are finding that they can sell their current vehicles, they can sell after the used car market for more than they paid for them. You can buy a Tesla Model Y, run it for a year, you know, enjoy it and drive and thrive with it, and then sell it with 10,000 miles on it and make more money than you paid for it. And in fact, you can do it right now and then put an order in for another one, wait a few months, and do it again, I guess, if you wanted to. Working, not including the taxes, all that kind of stuff, but you know, it's crazy like that. And that's not just Tesla, that's because of the EV market, or that's because of the used car market is crazy because of the chip shortage, the shortage on new vehicles, and people just don't want to wait. Teslas in general have a real high resale value in themselves, and then on top of that, they have, you know, it's an exciting vehicle that people want now. They don't want to wait. They didn't want to wait before when it was 4 weeks, let alone now when it's 4 months. So, you know, let me know what you guys think about that. Would a $29,000 price tag on the Cybertruck change your mind on it? $29,000 price tag on a Model 3, would that change your mind on it? Would you feel like it was kind of, you know, secret stuff that you have to pay for, you thought you were getting if you had to add everything at the end there? You know, either way, you guys know the routine. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let us know the kind of videos you'd like to see. You know, I hope you guys you were able to enjoy yourselves over the weekend. I hope you guys were enjoying yourselves out there, staying safe. And in general, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, everybody.